All right, so here's what you do in order to win the Wacom Cintiq digital tablet, where you draw right on the screen that you're looking at. That is, you draw right on the basically, yeah, that's like drawing right on your monitor. It's awesome. It really feels the closest to traditional that you're going to get. All right, so here's what you need to do. You need to create a Rothko theory abstract painting. I'll describe what that is in just a moment. What's really important is that this is a unique painting for this contest, and to assure that, please only use the colors in this painting here. You can color sample right now from the video. So go ahead and pause the video, hold down the FN key on your keyboard, and then hit the home button at the top. Right beneath the home button, it'll say print screen. Sometimes you don't have to hold down the FN button. I think that's called the function button, in order for that home screen print screen to work, but you might. So try it both ways, and then go into your art program and then go copy and paste, and it should paste your screen. It takes a screenshot, and then you can paste it. From that screenshot, you can click here and grab the colors right off this painting. Please only use the pure colors. Don't mix colors. So don't like take this blue and this kind of almost yellowish tan color and try to make a green out of it. You have to use these colors, true colors. So you can sample any color on here. Just make sure that it's this true color and you're not mixing the colors together. If you're working traditionally, you don't have to get the colors exact. Just get them close. And don't mix the colors that you have. So let's say you mix this color and this color again. Don't try to mix those two colors together to make a type of muted green. I understand that some mixing might happen on the canvas, but try to minimize that too. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as colors go. Now the rules. What is a Rothko painting? So I have a link on my website. If you go to masterpaintingnow.com, the link's in the description of the video as well. And then go under the art blog and free lessons. So if you might have to scroll down to see if I posted something else before you see this, because I'm always updating. But just in case, I'll go ahead and just kind of briefly go through it. So I first came up with the Rothko theory because I looked at this painting here and I wondered, why is this painting so moving to me? I'll go ahead and make it a little bit bigger here so you can see it. And because it's so simple, it's so basic, and I thought, how can such a simple, basic painting move me? A child can paint this. It's really, the squares aren't even, or the rectangles aren't even perfect. And so I had to study it for a while. And then I started studying some of his other works, and some of his other works also moved me. And then I was like, I need to go back and look at some abstract work and see what abstract work moves me and doesn't. And that's how, anyway, in short, that's how I came up with the theory. What was, I realized that they're putting their emotions into it, and I did some tests and stuff to see if this was true. That is, I replicate this painting, for example, almost identically, to where it looks. You looked them both side by side, and you can't really tell the difference, but it didn't feel the same. It didn't give me that same feeling, even though it looked like the same. And I tried this with a few others as well. But when I was able to achieve what I wanted to, where it gave me the movement and the feeling that I wanted, it was not trying to copy what I looked at, but trying to put my emotions into the painting. So in every brushstroke you make, you should be focusing on the emotion you want to put into that brushstroke, the energy that way that comes through. And yeah, so that's the idea. So here's some paintings I did using this idea. This one is one I actually didn't try to copy anything, my own colors and everything. I did copy the basic shapes that he had, that is the basic idea, but I wanted to use my own colors, my own brush strokes, and the idea was to put my feeling into this painting. And it gives me, it's interesting, like it keeps me looking at it even right now, and that's what I wanted to achieve. There's another one, and this one I really like. Has a lot of energy, a lot of movement. To me, it has a lot of feeling. And this is going to be somewhat subjective because not everyone, is going to feel the same thing. This one's interesting. I really wanted to break this one down to just not use anything but basic shapes, and because I wanted to know I can achieve making somebody feel something with just shapes. Because if it's like, for example, this one here, this was after I already had the idea. This is after I've already, to myself, already proven the concept that I can put my emotions into it. I had to prove that with basic shapes, because then I know that nothing else is moving the person. They're basic colors, basic shapes, so basic composition. So nothing like that can really be moving the person. It's got to be that I'm putting my emotions into the strokes, and that's not something that can be ever replicated. That unique feeling that's in that painting can never be replicated because it's the feelings, and that's what I want you to try to do. And so after proof of concept, using basic shapes like that one, using basic shapes like this one. Okay, for some reason I think I accidentally copied the wrong link. Okay, that's all right. And then I'm able to do more complicated ones like this one here, where it starts to kind of resemble something, maybe I call it wasteland because that was my idea, like a just wasteland of a city, and I put it in three point perspective. And I really like it. I think it's cool. It's abstract because it's not visible enough. It's basic shapes. There's nothing there that's painted out except for basic shapes, but some of those shapes kind of work together to kind of look like a city in 3-point perspective, and this kind of looks like a bridge. But I've already, how do I word this? I had already mastered the idea with basic shapes that I can put my feelings behind it to make it moving, even though it's just 3 rectangles. And so now I can add more complicatedness to the abstract paintings, but still keeping that same principle where I'm putting my emotion to every stroke. And so the stroke matters more than the overall end piece. But so yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's the Rothko theory. So go ahead and start painting and win that Cintiq. The one that moves me the most is the one that's going to win. This one moves me, for example. This one moves me. That Rothko one I showed you moved me, which is literally just rectangles. So that would be this one here. Original Rothko painting. This one moved me, and it's very, very basic. So it's something about being able to put yourself, being able to put your emotions into the strokes. I think that's what the Rothko theory is all about. And so hopefully this contest will even further enhance that theory, and I can see if I get more paintings that really move me. Also be sure that if you enter this contest to win the painting that you're not in Hawaii or Alaska, if you're in the United States. And if you are, be willing to get a shipit2.com account. I don't know if you can actually get a shipit2.com account if you already live in the United States though, so I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, those 2 places are very expensive to ship to, as expensive to ship as overseas. So yeah, so anyway, go ahead and get a shipit2.com account if you're outside the United States, if you want to participate in this contest. And please only enter the contest if you truly need this tablet, if it's something you'll use and you need it. If you already have a draw on screen tablet, then you obviously don't need it, so please don't enter if you don't need it. I appreciate it because I want it to go to someone that really needs it.